Hello and welcome back everyone to the next episode on advanced Abap training for wrappers. If you are willing to become a RESTful application programming developer with the latest technologies on S04HANA and Abap on cloud, this video series is going to help you to make your basics very clear. By far in this series of videos, we have learned variety of Abap syntax with the new Abap programming syntax. We have also talked about how can we utilize the latest features of Abap programming to be able to create different kinds of expressions. By far in this series, you have seen how to work with constructor expression, table expression, reduce and single line loops with group by condition and corresponding expressions. In our today's session, we will learn about using key expression. Using key expression is not a special expression, it's just a best practice to follow. If you are an Abap developer and if you are dealing with the internal tables, you are looping an internal table or you are selecting data from an internal table using table expression or loop with a where condition, it's a good practice to specify your keys. This will optimize your read, especially for the sorted internal tables, which has non-unique keys. Reading data in sorted format, it will be very, very helpful. So let me show you an example of creating a internal table with the keys and also additional keys with a key name, which are sorted keys. So what I will do is I'll head over back to our source code and create a new function over here, class method, and I will say table key using key. So it's basically a best practice which we heavily use in RESTful application programming model. That's why I'm covering the same in this video series. So new Abap syntax, call the function, and let's add the implementation for this. So first of all, I will define an internal table here. I type sorted table of my demo booking as an example. And here, in this case now, we will be defining a primary key combination, which is a unique key, which is travel ID and booking ID. So we will mention with unique key, which makes my record unique, which is travel ID and booking ID. And I will also specify with non-unique keys. But what you can do, you can use these non-unique keys to read the data in sorted format. So your read become much faster when you're dealing with massive data. So we can create a non-unique sorted key with different components added inside. So I'll add non-unique sorted key. Let me name this key as Spider-Man. Yeah. So I'm just giving a name and I will specify component, let's say care ID and connection ID. So this is how we can create an internal table. Now, usually what happens in RESTful application programming model, this is the kind of input you get in most of your functionality. For example, if I go to wrap, you can notice in your examples in wrap that many times whenever you are dealing with the wrap BO, you get these entities. Yeah, you get these entities, and these entities or the keys, they will always contain the unique keys or the sorted keys. So whenever you're reading the data with these internal tables which wrap is providing you, they will contain the sorted non-unique keys, like we have an example here, like with the name Spider-Man I have created, but there they will be named like ID or entity. So system will return these kind of tables in the wrap framework. Now, how does this become a challenge for us when we are coding? So when we read the data from this internal table, then it is also important to specify the key fields or the non-standard or the non-unique key fields. So let me just quickly read some data from database table up to rows 20 from my demo table into table item. So now if I use table expression, watch out how table expression will behave when I read the data from this internal table. So I will say, read my data from the internal table, and I pass here the non-unique key. Let's say this is American Airlines, and I will pass connection ID. So let me just check some sample data. American Airlines 0322. Yeah. So 0322. So I pass that. So in this case, we are using an internal table, which has basically non-unique keys, right? Non-unique keys. You can see care ID, con ID is a non-unique key. Its name is Spider-Man. That's the name of my key. You can see here Abap compiler is giving you a error. It says the the secondary key is completely covered. However, it is not used in the statement. So compiler is giving you a warning. So basically it's telling you that you have not specified your key name in the table expression. So this is kind of a warning. So it's a best practice always to specify the name of this key, which is Spider-Man in this case here in the expression. So you have to say key Spider-Man. And now the compiler warning is gone. In the same manner, if you do a loop at internal table, then also this warning will come. So if I say loop at iTab into work area, where I will put, let's say, care ID, carrier ID equals to AA and loop. So in this case also you can see when I hover the mouse, it is clearly telling me the initial part of the secondary key, Spider-Man with the type sorted is covered. However, Spider-Man is not used in the statement. So system is giving me a warning message here. So this is a violation of best practice in SAP. If you are using a internal table which has non-unique sorted keys, which is a combination represented by some name, in this case, this name, then compiler will give you an error. Yeah. So it is always a good practice to also use here with key. Yes. With your key name. So that you need to specify. So in this case, what system does? System will actually remove the compiler warning. Now you see compiler warning is removed. So this statement is just more of a best practice, which will help you to avoid compiler errors at design time. And then you specify your key component name. This is the name of the key, and these are the components of the secondary key of the internal table. So I hope you enjoyed and understood the best practice. This is just a best practice to be followed when you are dealing with tables, especially in RESTful application programming framework. You don't create table like this, but you get them as an input parameter. And when you put them in table expression or loop, compiler will give you the warnings. To avoid these warnings, you have to use key or using key statement with the key name. So you can see many places in our existing coding where we did coding in RESTful application programming model. We forgot to specify the secondary key component name, and then of course it was giving a warning. It's just a warning. It's not a error as such. Some cases it may lead to errors also. So you need to be very careful while dealing with non-unique sorted keys in traditional Abap also, and also of course in RESTful application programming model. So I hope you understood the purpose of specifying key in the table expression or using key in the loop expression with Abap. Thank you once again for joining this episode. I hope you're enjoying this video series. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you will get notified with more free videos like this. Thank you once again. See you in the next class. Goodbye.